Greetings, everyone. This is another review on my channel. Well, I wouldn't say actually review. It's my opinions on this console right here, the Game Boy Advance SP. So, yeah, a lot of people will actually be wondering, if you've been following my channel recently, why are you doing a review on a console? Well, to be honest, I've already done 3 reviews on games. And it's a compilation series, so I thought I'll take some time out of that and I'll start reviewing a console, well, giving my opinions on it mostly. And I thought this was the perfect candidate because the Wii U has recently, I can't remember the exact date, I think it was the 3rd of April, has recently announced they're going to start doing Game Boy Advance games on their Virtual Console system. So I thought, now to celebrate that is the perfect time to review the Game Boy Advance SP. I don't actually have a Game Boy Advance itself. This is the only version I have. And as you can see, if you can tell, because my camera quality is a bit down at the moment. I know I've mentioned that quite a few times, but I can't stress that enough. But I'm not sure if you can tell. But there are a few scratches on it. It is a bit dirty. But I have owned this for a long time, and I'm real proud of that. So yeah. Also here I've got the a Game Boy Advance charger. This isn't the original that comes, that came with the Game Boy Advance when it came out. I actually bought this online. You can buy them real cheap now. And I've got a Game Boy Advance cartridge, which is Crash Bandicoot XS. So yeah, I thought I'd bring this up just to show you what the cartridge look like and such. They're basically wider versions of a DS cartridge. Think of it like that. But yeah, the only problem is with the Game Boy Advance cartridges is that dirt can get inside them, and that can really mess it up. And I've lost quite a few cartridges actually because of that. And also, what is it? Yeah, because of the shape and everything, a lot of fakes of these can be made. So you need to be careful when buying these now. Especially when online, because I think I bought like Pokemon Leaf Green and Pokemon Fire Red as well, both for the Game Boy Advance, and they were both fakes. So I couldn't do any trading. So you need to be careful about that. But anyway, my opinions for the Game Boy Advance. Well, looking at it from your perspective, it looks really big. But if I actually pull out, that's as far as you can actually see it's resting on some black trousers there for just better filming. And compared to the black trousers, it is really small. In fact, if I just quickly go out my way and I bring you what is a Nintendo 3DS, now you can see how small it really is compared to the 3DS, and it is also lighter than the 3DS as well. So but this isn't about the 3DS, so we'll go put that back. But yeah, it is really small. So and light and nimble. So and there's not that many buttons. So I think we'll open this up. There we go. So yeah, we've got the D-pad, as you usually do on every console. The B and the A button, just A and B, that's it. The start button, select button, and a brightness button. And if you turn to the side, we've got the on and off switch, and the other side is the volume button. Oh, and at the back, we've got the L and R trigger. So yeah, very small console, and you've also got speakers there, I forgot to mention. Yeah, I think that's great because if you're a young child, you don't have to worry about getting your 3DS, putting it in your bag or something. Well, no, with this, you can just fold it up, slip it in your pocket. It is really small. And I do like how easy the cartridges are to slot into the Game Boy Advance as well. And one thing I also haven't mentioned is that there are many versions of the Game Boy Advance SP. You can see here, there's a triangle on there, a Triforce, and if I open it up, actually, there's another unique feature. If I can zoom it in on there, you've got the Triforce wings. Yep, this is a Legend of Zelda rare. that I have here. I can't remember how many of these were actually made, but I do tend to take care of this because of that exact thing. But yeah, also the console is easy to hold. It doesn't take that long to charge, but if you do not charge your Game Boy Advance for a long time, it can actually screw the battery over. So you need to be careful about that. Also, the Game Boy Advance had quite a lot of good games for it. Sonic Advance, Pokemon series, Crash Bandicoot as well, Bomberman, carrying on from its 3D counterparts. So it had quite a number of good games. So that's another reason why I love the Game Boy Advance. But it does have its flaws. I don't know if it's just my Game Boy Advance, but the brightness button seems to it doesn't seem to do anything. Like it will work, but it doesn't seem to have any effect, when I'm looking at it. Also, the battery is not very long. Like, I charge this up every day, but still, the battery does not last very long. I'd say an hour and a half at least. 2 hours max, if you use the brightness setting correctly. And also, I did say earlier how it was small and nimble. You got to be careful about that, actually, because it's so small, you can easily lose the grip when holding it, and if you drop it, and because it's light, it will smash. So, you need to be careful about that. Do I prefer this over the Game Boy Advance? Not really, because I thought the Game Boy Advance, that you had the whole screen, and then you just had the buttons to the side, so it just felt like, you were playing a DS, but obviously DS went out at that time. Would I like to see a Game Boy Advance, like another series of the Game Boy Advance? No, not really. They're already out on the Virtual Console, so I do think that's enough. And what do I think of the Game Boy Advance SP overall? I think it was a fantastic console, and it really, really was a step up for Nintendo. And to go from that to the DS was brave move of them. But it was a success. And the Game Boy Advance series, especially the SP, will live in my heart for a long time. So yeah, that's it basically for this opinion, not review. These are my opinions. I would love to hear your opinions. Comment below. That's it for my opinions on the Game Boy Advance series, SP especially. So thank you for watching. Just comment below. Love to hear what you think, and see you all.